What's going on, nation? Vape here, and welcome. Today we got a bottom feeding mod, alright, and this one comes by Arctic Dolphin. Yeah, long time I didn't saw Arctic Dolphin sending something out, and yeah, they launched the Crea or the Crea. Not really sure how to pronounce it. Oops, here we go. The Crea or the Crea. Available in few color options: orange, black, blue, and white. The door's always gonna be black. It's just the frame that changed the color. All 7 mils of e-liquid. Yeah. You can adjust the 510 pin connector on the top. Got a pretty interesting locking mechanism. Is made of ABS or plastic, if you want to say, with a really smooth plastic going on here, but we go through all of that on the up and close. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna dive down the Crea bottom feeding box. Okay, so on the top you got a nice 510, and it is not spring loaded, as you can see, but you can slightly adjust it up or down if you want to. If you don't want to have a gap, or if you think that the liquid is escaping because it's not making a proper contact, you always can adjust up or down. To be honest, I attach plenty of atomizers here and I didn't have to adjust, but obviously if it's protruding a bit more or a bit less, you might want to adjust it, so you just have to adjust up and down as your taste. On the front you got obviously your squonking port where you can press your bottle. All of the mod is like a rubberized finish. It feels really good in the hand. It's definitely like a rubberized finish. Obviously it's plastic. On the front you got your firing button and you got locked, unlocked. And when I got it, to be honest, I thought this is never gonna work, because how are I gonna grab it? It's gonna be so hard. But you just have to put your finger, turn is unlocked, and locked. Alright, and when I saw this system I said, oh my god, this is so loose, it's gonna be locking and unlocking on me. But no, if it's locked, you can press how many times you want, as long as you don't turn it, it will work perfectly. Very nice system. I never thought that it's gonna work how it works. On the bottom you got another battery door. Okay, this one will come off, I will show you in a second. You got Crea on one of the sides. On the bottom, just Arctic Dolphin and the CE mark. On the inside, you're gonna find obviously your bottle. You're gonna find your pull tab. It's a short pull tab. I think is the perfect size, to be honest. Now, one biggest con is no markings. Okay, so I presume that the battery can run both ways. Okay. But what I done, because all the boxes I had in the past, the positive was down, I put my positive down. But yeah, they should have an orientation, to tell you minus up or minus down, Definitely is missing some marking here. Now on the top you got a spring load contact, and the fit of your battery here is really tight. It only fits 18650s. All right, only compatible with 18650s. On the bottom is still, it goes nowhere. And here you got your silicone bottle, really nice silicone bottle, also really tight fit, so I'm not really sure if you can upgrade. Let's take it off. So like I was saying, is a really nice silicone bottle, not too soft, not too hard, just the perfect amount. Holds 7 ml of e-liquid, and obviously it is threaded on the top, so when you start to unscrew it, you can take it off and fill it like that if you want to. Okay, now in here, obviously it is fully mechanical mode, so be careful, alright, with your arms. Make sure you know your arms. As you can see, when you press the button, you will make contact here, and that will fire your mod. And when you lock it, you see nothing is happening. Also, even though it's really hard to adjust, that screw can be adjusted if you want to have a longer throw or shorter throw, you always can adjust it. Alright, and this seems to be all silver plated. This is also can be removed for cleaning, you know, if you want to. As you can see, mine looks really sparkling, to be honest, very nice. But one of the cons of this device has to be that when you put a low build in here, like I will say 0.1 or 0.12, the button's gonna get really hot, and I check, and when the contact makes contact in there, you're gonna have some arcing happening. Alright, so have that in mind. And not much to show. I mean, all the inside is really clean, very nice machining, very good finishing. Also, this door can be removed, as you can see, if you want to pull your battery, or you know, if you have to access your bottle and you can't. And it's held by two really large magnets, and they hold in place very good. No rattling, no movement. I have to say the finishing, it is pretty good. Now, if you want to install your bottle, obviously just have to connect in there. Now, as you can see, is a really tight fit. So if you want to upgrade to a larger bottle, you probably can't, because as you can see, it's a really tight fit. But I like it like that, to be honest. You know, it's tight, it's cool in there. And now obviously I'm gonna place the battery. Now, no battery orientation, like I told you, is no also on the door. As you can see, nothing on the inside to tell you. So I will put my positive down. Now, the fitment of the battery here, it is pretty tight, okay? You have to really find the good spot. As you can see, if you press, you still can't fit it. You have to like fit it halfway. This is really hard on camera. You have to fit it halfway. Here we go. And put it in. I mean, it's good because you got no movement at all. Look at that. It's a really small chamber there, so no movement at all. And to be honest, I'm not experiencing any tone on the wraps due to that tight fit. But yeah, it is tight. But it's good. I like how it's small inside. Everything is clean, and obviously all by magnets. I mean, no movement on the doors. Really solid. Now, obviously, you can attach your bottom feeding device. As you can see, I got small of a gap there. I don't really mind because it's making a really good contact. But if I want to, obviously, I can lower the 510 pin, lower a bit down, and get rid of that gap for the OCD persons. And when you press the button, obviously it's gonna fire straight away. Very good. But like I say, if you go really low build, your button is gonna get a bit of arcing in there. Alright, and that was the Crea. There's not much more to show it here. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna come back up, we're gonna vape it, we're gonna go to pros and cons. Hey, yeah, we back, and that was the up and close for the Crea by Arctic Dolphin. So, where we can get it and price. Vape.com, like always. I think I'm gonna stop to say that. Now, sometimes I buy from Fastech and other stores here in the UK. But yeah, Vape.com for the price of $23.99. 19 UK pounds. So yeah, quite cheap. Available in several colors, like I say, orange, black, blue, and white. And only the frame changed the color. The door's always gonna be black. So let's go to pros and cons. Now, cons. My first con has to be the fire button. If you put a low build, that for a full mechanical mode, you're not going to run a really high build, or otherwise the ramp up is going to be really slow. So sometimes the button gets a bit hot, alright? And also you have to really, when you press it, you have to really mean it, alright? If you press just a little bit, it's not going to make, see, any contact. The contact is going to be really weak, and it's when you're going to have that arcing going on. You really have to press it, all right, in minutes. But sometimes you're still gonna have the arcing, so the button gets really, really hot. You have to be careful. Um, Second con has to be, even though I like it, but it is a bit of a pain, is put the battery in, all right? It's really, really tight fit. I appreciate the tight fit, you know. I don't want to have loose batteries or, you know, nothing going on in there. But it is quite a tight fit, so it might be a con from some of you guys. Also, the bottle can't really be updated unless you go for something smaller, but you don't want to go smaller than 7 mils. If you try to put 10 mils, it's not gonna work because the bottle sits really flush. And one more time, I appreciate that it sits really flush. You're not gonna have your bottle hanging around like some mods have. It's really tight there. As soon as you press, you got the liquid coming up. So yeah, other than that, it's no more cons, to be honest. It's quite a nice one. All right. Any better than anything else out there? No, it's not. It's not better than the Pulse or it's not better than the Squeezer, you know. But it's not a really bad one. Okay. Pros has to be the locking mechanism. I really thought out of the box is not gonna work properly, but it's been working great. Um, I like the button. The button got a nice feeling, a nice texture onto it. I like that you can adjust actually your pin. Even though I like spring load, this one, if you wanna eliminate gaps, is perfect. If you have that OCD about the gaps, this is perfect because the spring load, if you got a massive protruding pin, you still gonna have a gap and you can't do nothing about it. On this one, yes, you can adjust it. Construction. I think the construction is really, really good. I thought it's gonna feel really cheap, but no. It is plastic, but you got a nice texture to it. It's like smooth. I like the Crea. You know, it's no Arctic Dolphin big logos, just a little one on the bottom, Crea on the side. Very, very nice. Color options, even though the doors, they're always gonna be black. What else? I like all, if I know some people gonna find it a con, I like the insides of it because everything is so compact, so nice in there. Fits up to 24 millimeters RDAs without any overhang. After that, you're gonna start to have a small overhang. Now, the big question is, do I recommend it? Well, that is the thing. You got the Pulse about the same price, and you got the Squeezer that is, I think, is even cheaper. And both of those devices, the Pulse and the Squeezer, the Pulse, you're gonna have the ability to customize your doors, to do a lot of matchy, and you're not gonna have on this one. It holds more, pardon me, e-liquid. All right. You also can fit 2700. This one you can't. The squeezer brings you a lot of extras. 2 extra bottles, 1 extra one to fill from the top. I mean, the construction on that one is really, really good. And one more time, you can fit 2700s. And this one you can't. You just can't fit 18650. So if I really had to choose over those 3 modes, I probably go first to those 2. All right. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying this one is crap. It's just because the other ones at the same price, you're gonna have more options. All right. Um, what else? What else? But if you really want to go for this one, it's gonna be fine. You know, it's gonna work. I mean, you have to be careful with that button, but other than that, it's working great. You know, is no. How can I say it? If you put the Pulse, all right, and him side by side and say we're just gonna measure the performance, is gonna be the same, all right. Even though the other one 2700, but it's gotta be the same. If you have to measure in other stuff like price is the same, you can do matchy on the Pulse or even the Squeezer. You know, the Squeezer you can't do matchy, but you got other extras. Yeah, this one's gonna lose, but if you find like a good price or if it's only this one available in stock and you're not sure, yeah, go for it. I mean, it's gonna work. It's vaping. Look at that. Massive clouds, eating really, really good. No leaking issues. I mean, it's working, and you really have to really want to press that button. Otherwise, you might have some arcing and a hot button. Other than that, it's really good. We're gonna wrap it up. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks to be with me. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. I wish you all the best. I hope to see you on the next video. Till there, keep vaping. I like it. Really. Keep vaping.